So, should have the first game in the round of 16 today between Classicpro and Somero. Classicpro is a player that's has been on the rise the last year for sure. It wasn't so long ago he was the one that was like maybe getting beat quite often in tournament games and whatnot, and struggling around the 2K3, but seems to just whatever plateau he was on just seemed to keep on going, and has had a meteoric rise, to say the least. Most played Civ is Sicilians. It's interesting for me. So he's got a current rating of 2K4, had a peak over 2K5, and getting over 2K5 is pretty impressive. He's still got a win percentage of 61%, so pretty strong player. Looking at his recent games, our most frequent opponents, he's got pretty good solid record against Barrels. Barrels is a pretty good player of his own right. 50-50 record against Velez. And then Slapstracont, pretty silly. And man, let's take a look at his recent games. And nearly everything's on Arabia, so we'll kind of see how he gets on the Nomad Warriors Nomad, because it's obviously a lot different, isn't it? But second seed in the full tournament. I think ACCM ended up number one, and we'll kind of see where Classicpro does end up in this one. But round of 16 for him, to be expected. Unexpectedly, Somero, our Czech player from the Czech Republic, for the 19th seed. And he's a black forest player. I don't think he would feel bad about me saying that. He's got an elo high at the moment, 2K2. I'm interested to see how he'll do. He beat Black in the last round. Black is an Argentinian player, also about a 2K2, and his win rates are odd. And let's have a look at the maps he's been playing. Hideout, Arena, Mega Random, a lot of Mega Random actually. But he plays decent opponents as well. You got Song in there. Rose is pretty solid, though we don't really know who Rose is. Got a game off Nelly the other day on Arena, and Nelly was actually Poles. Must have been Gajaras, yes. Okay, playing the likes of Stark, has been at a very high level. Fire, so he plays games against people that are, top of their game. And there's the Bodless in there who's also in the last 16. But doesn't play a lot of 1v1s, you can see with the amount of games, 875, which is not too crazy. I'm interested to see how we get on, but there is a bit of an elo discrepancy, right? 2218, 2463. And the skill gap when you get to these 2K levels between like 2K2, 2K3, 2K4, it's usually quite large. It's not like going from like a 1300 to 1400 where the skill level's quite small. At these levels, it seems to be very stark actually. Good morning, Frankie. And the kind of the nice bit about this draft is you get to pick whether you want to be host or guest. Host, of course, you get first pick. I think there's honestly something to be said that maybe you want to get the guest pick, because then you get to pick twice. And the top 5 civilizations are gone now. So Persians, Malians, Lithuanians, Italians. Who am I forgetting? Persians, Malians, Italians, Lifts, Spanish. How could I forget Spanish? Spanish are gone as well. So Classicpro, I think this is a civ that's not going to escape out this round. The format of the tournament is the most played civs per round have been banned out, so that's why those ones are now removed from the draft. I think Mongols will be the next one, and Somero's picked Hindustanis and Koreans. Very quick picks from Classicpro, no messing around. Dravidians and Burgundians for him in response, and 2 more picks for Somero to finish off here. So because of the way the draft, or sorry, the format of the tournament works, it didn't make any sense to have bans or snipes in the draft. So if you pick a civilization, you have it available, which is nice because the format is we take them out as they go along. So having bans in that and the actual drafting process didn't make much sense. Japanese like that, fishing ships can be very obnoxious. Dealing with them, we don't have the really best options in terms of military for nomads, but I suppose in Castle Age or cavalry is absolutely fine and could scale into something else, probably looking towards ARP. What's going to be the last pick here? Portuguese. Nice. Surprised Portuguese actually lasted so long. I really am. Yeah, I mean, Classicpro took pretty much no time. And he's looking for a spare sieve now. I mean, that was the last sieve for Somero, so you're always going to have a spare sieve, but I would expect Portuguese to get played in Classicpro picks. Bohemians, and they can be pretty obnoxious getting their castles up all over the map, and maybe just a counter pick for Portuguese in this one, because you get so much gold income, and it's quite easy to go for the mass monks to play against organ guns, so maybe that would be a nice counter there. Game number one then, between Classicpro and Somero. We had the restart just before this one. They're off again. Oh my god, could you imagine if somebody docked in there? So Classicpro is now in the south. 2 villagers up with the TC. Looks like he's docking over to the west hand side of the map. And Somero as Koreans is putting the TC up with 3 villagers. And that's a really nice TC spot. So Somero didn't take the restart game number one. It was Classicpro, so he's got no restart left for the rest of the series. You have to take it before 4 minutes. Each player gets 1. And yeah, I think Somero's pretty happy with that. He's like on a boar, he's on deer, he's got stone here as well, so probably wants to go for war wagons in the long run. Nice thing about Koreans, they have the extra LOS, so you see so much, and he's got quite a few sheep as well, so a really good start for Somero actually. Really good start. Let's take a look at Classicpro. Has a couple of goats, has a dock up nice and early of course. But Somero did get his TC up early, so you actually get an extra villager here. And he is straight onto wood. Yes, he's actually pulling in that boar super quick. Maybe too quick? Potentially? You want to get the wood for your first ship out, right? But he doesn't want to keep his TC idle either. So I guess we'll find out. Next villager should just come out onto the wood. He's got to be careful though, because he's going to be up to 10 pop before he knows it. And he needs 25 wood for a house. Long term though, map does not look good for Classicpro. He's kind of in this very compact area. The good news is there is resources here, which Mongols do need. There's stone in the bottom, gold in the bottom too, stone here, and gold right on top of the TC. Already pulled in 1 boar, has a second boar there. 3rd and 4 potentially there as well, so this is why Mongols are so strong in this map. They have a lot of access to hunt and can quite easily get 4 boars. I've seen 5 in some instances as well. And looks like Somero's going to find out what the dock is, so it's a nice little cut from him. But docks from both players are relatively close here. And I would be favouring Mongols with the hunt bonus and getting up first. But we will find out. Good afternoon, Vinegar. Good afternoon. But yeah, you can have situations where you've docked down to the bottom here, potentially someone else on the opposite side, which means that the travel distance is just so long to cause any sort of pressure. But in this situation, where you know your opponent's so close, you probably want to prioritize water. So that aspect of Nomad and this Wandering Warriors Nomad, which is of course just for Wandering Warriors Cup, is a little bit different in comparison to the ladder one, where it almost seems like you... I think in ladder Nomad you always have to play water in some aspect, depending on how you do it, but you can really get away with not playing water for, or not playing water military for so long in a script. If you can identify the distance between the docks, and if it's a massive one, then you can just fast castle and then add fires afterwards. And some civs are really good for that. Some civs are really bloody good. But Somero, I don't know if it was worth it going for that 3 villager TC. Get 20 seconds of idle, 0 for Classicpro. I mean, he's getting all this food income from the boar. It's going to be really difficult to have any idle time, I think. Docks are running. TC's running, and I guess that's the difference in the TC getting up actually is at 20 seconds. We'll see the villager count pretty much remain the exact same for both players here. But Somero, heavy underdog in this one, with 2,500 EO points behind. So that's a big discrepancy. Let's see if he can do anything here. He did win his last game against, or sorry, last games against Black 2-1. The Argentinian. Koreans versus Mongols here. Let's see if he's going to be aggressive, man. Looks like he's trying to click up here. You can see the amount of villagers going to the wood, but he still needs a second building. If he does want to click, he's got 10 on wood. You need the second building, my man. And he did realise. So he does force the 3 villagers on there, and it's going to be a little delayed. And Classicpro doing what Mongols do. Now you get up super fast. It's fast, but it's not super fast. Around about the 9-minute mark. You can do about 8.5. A villager less, potentially. Depends how quickly you get your TC up as well, of course. But Somero... Oh, he added another bell. Ooh. So he's going to be about 1 fire galley behind. Being the distance between each other and, you know, being so close to the land and the edge of the map, it makes total sense to go fires. One thing Koreans do not get is demo ships. And honestly, it's a little bit of a disaster in fire versus fire fights. It's a little bit of a disaster. I'd like to see both players, if you are going to double down in docks, just move your fish back to your safe one. So for Somero, I'd like to see him just go back to here. Yep, and I think he's already thinking about it. Just go back to this dock. You know where the opponent's dock is, so just increase the distance between both people. And I'd like to see that from Classicpro as well. Just put your fish back here in the safe area. But it's going to be triple dock for both players. So both really want to prioritise water here. And Classicpro's going for galleys. What? What? To me, that's a really odd decision. There's going to be not a lot of room to micro here. And galleys as well? What? What? Galleys from both? Okay. See how it is. You want to prioritise the blacksmith, of course, so you can get the fledging. Somero's getting there first. Okay. But two galleys are going to come forward. And galleys actually produce a little bit quicker than fires. So maybe that's one reason you can justify it. And the time it took for the galleys to come over from Classicpro, 2 galleys are going to be out from Somero as well. Third? Yeah. So I see how defensive he wants to play here. I think playing defensive is honestly a good idea. And then you just have that bit of an advantage from the docks and your numbers coming. Can justify it with the fast up. I just don't think it's a galley map. I really don't. The amount of time you spend doing all this micro and whatnot, obviously it's a different level. He's still got this galley in here which he needs to pop out. It's a different level at 2k plus and whatnot, but you can have the multitasking to manage your eco at home. But it takes your attention away from other things. Having to do all the micro. Somero did move his ships back, so that's a good call from him. More galleys are coming over from Classicpro. He does have Fletching 2. Where did he put the blacksmith up? Dog 1. Fletching in for Somero now as well. Like, if you have 3 fire galleys here, it's really difficult for... Oh, don't lose your numbers. It's going to be really difficult for Classicpro to get past. These little choke points are going to be fantastic. There's 5 ships piece for both. Classicpro though still has some villagers on foot, and he's going to be able to get up to Castle Age really fast. Just bringing in the odd boar here and there. And it's going to end up being very defensive now. Very cagey. Because both players are probably like, can't do a lot of damage right now. Okay. Need a good initial engagement. Probably need to fire in front as well. More galleys are coming out, but the numbers... pretty much the same. I don't know why we're not engaging with the fire, or why it's not trying to tank some damage. Somero floating a lot of wood. He's sure it's because he's pretty much got everything on with at the moment. And I don't know if he's going to start moving villagers off, or he's going to drop a market here and sell a lot. He's actually struggling. He's actually starting to struggle for gold a little. And could you just imagine if you had demos? If you could access a demo ship right now? I don't think Classicpro would be hanging around the dock, but yeah, if you had even just having a, I think even just putting a fire in there actually. You put a fire in there, maybe have 2 fires, and when the galleys are really close, and you know you're going to get a lot of value from them, you could pop out the fires from the other direction. I think honestly that's the play. And you'd have a lot of, all of these galleys stacked, of course, you would get a lot of hits on them, and the HP would just go down like so fast. And Somero's going to lose most of his fish here. There's a lot of weak ones though from Classicpro, and I think he's just going to try and go forwards now and try and snipe what he can. Pretty much giving up the water aspect. And yeah, he's going to do what he does best as a close map specialist. He's going to buy his way to Castle Age. Both players on stone, so both players thinking about a unique unit. Up yet? Come on. There we go. It's going to be about a minute behind. Let's take a look at the land scouting. Water phase is pretty much done for the meantime. You might see Somero try and get back on. Classicpro's scouting is very good. Sees a house here. Sees also another house getting built. And he's going to snag that bill. Ooh. Ooh, that hurts. And scouting for Somero, really good as well. So scouting for both players really good. Outpost coming up now as well. Let's see what the castle placement is for both players. I think for Classicpro, you probably just put it at home on the hill here on the stone. You want to prioritize. You did see this in the back, right? Yeah, you want to prioritize your manga dye production. So going risky with a forward castle. There is a benefit, but I think it's just more important to secure home eco and get your production going. So first off, castle at home. Second castle once you have map control. Oh my god. And I think Somero's gonna, is he really gonna try and castle drop this? So first castle home, then second castle in the face. Reza man, oh my god. Come on, Somero. Fuck him up, amigo. Somero for president. Love it. And he's going to try and drop the castle in the face. But... oh, good, he's not. Good. Oh my god, could you imagine? But we are going to have war wagons versus Mangadai. Both players still get free on stone. Water is pretty much dead. Classicpro doing the right thing now, so once you have water control, add in some more fishing ships. So he's been on 5, only just starting to add more now. He's actually got, he had 0 on wood for 50 seconds. He's just rebuilding the lumber camp. All good. Castle on the hill I do like though. Siege workshop as well. Just actually missed being on the stone there, but you would be expecting it. Playing up against Mongols. And this little sneak villager could be a bit of a nuisance at some point in the game. One castle production versus one castle production, but it looks like... What produced faster? What is the production time for both of these units? It looks similar. It looks similar. Yeah, Classicpro maybe even over-invested in more here. 17 war galleys. It's probably a little bit too much. Somero getting some poor losses there though. The war galleys all connected with their shots. And does find out where the castle is now. Now, if I'm Classicpro, I probably just react and go for some stone walls there instantly. And then everything's secure here. But he's going to go for a TC. He's got some, he needs to get it up nice and fast. He needs to get it up nice and fast. The Mangadai are coming. Better numbers though for Somero. Lots more HP, it's insane. Warbagons just tank so much damage. And of course, they look like Siege, but they are not. They are cavalry archers. And they should do alright against Mangudai and these kind of numbers in Castle Age. 21 seconds for Warbagons, 26 for Mangudai. Got it, thank you. And you know, they've not got upgrades at the moment, don't have the archer armor, don't have bloodlines, don't have husbandry, anything like that, so they do take shots. It's gonna be hurtful, and honestly, the two mangonels are coming around. I prefer Stonewall there. Maybe a TC in the back. Still gonna be very easy for war wagons to just come in here and jump underneath. And Somero, maybe just keeping more numbers at home now, just in case these Mangudai decide to come forwards, but this TC looks like it's going to go down. And Somero's going to add guard towers now as well, of course. Being Koreans, watchtowers, free upgrade. They even go into Imperial Age, turn into keeps. And the map is really, really bad for Classicpro. I think Somero has chances here. I think he's got chances. Despite the situation, but one Mangudai does go down, and the second. One monk is out though. And I don't know if anyone's played the Mongol monks before. They are dreadful. They're absolutely dreadful. Ballistic's coming in now as well. Somero is looking towards another castle. I'm not too sure where he goes for it. You also want to prioritize the military production, but definitely want to start thinking towards Imperial Age as well. And that's a that's a Nomad TC if I ever saw one. Given our the monastery for Mongols is really, really underwhelming. Extremely underwhelming. Honestly, you have so much HP, if you get a good number of these, they can just sit underneath the TC and take it out. Or war wagons are coming over. Looks like Classicpro is starting. Oh, just sneak past. I don't know if he took a villager there or not. Could get one here. Decides not to. Of course, war wagons need the upgrades as well. Starting to prepare for Imperial Age. Somero, not so much. Only get 9 in food. I'm not too sure where. It's pretty much all in the hunt. Yeah, hunt in the berries. So he's not dropped a single farm yet. I'm just going to add some of his own monks in case any of his war wagons do get converted. And he has map control. So he could take relics and get the gold income from there. Nice passive income as the game goes on. And I love that. That's a good castle. It's a good castle, but Classicpro is going to be up. And that is a bit of an issue. There's a bit of an issue. And he still has resources in the back. He's adding more docks. There's Classicpro just to make sure his fish are still efficient. Classicpro should go camel. I think if you know your opponent's going to be stuck. In Castle Age, maybe, but it's going to depend on the number of war wagons, and it looks like Somero's just going to try and add more. It's up to 15 now. "20 villagers behind, to be expected." That's pretty much all fishing ships. Don't know if I didn't see gill nets come in from Classicpro. Thumbring coming in now as well. Could be pretty bad timing actually in terms of taking some losses. And I think it is. Lots of damage in these Mangudai. Let's see what kind of villagers they can find though. Do they have ballistics? No. But the frame delay is so small on them, they just absolutely snipe those so easy. 3 villagers down. And another castle at home from Classic Pro. But it should be straight on to Trebs. But choo choo choo, here come the Rams. Only 3 of them. And Somero is going to dive here. And... oh boy, there's a few villagers. There's a few. Nothing crazy. Do we have the... pretty much all the upgrades we need? This could be a high risk, high reward situation. I do love it. Is he going to try and wall in? Well, he's never going to try and wall in the castle, but he's not. And honestly, the war wagons can just tank so much damage. They should be able to snipe any villagers that come out and try and take out the Rams. It's a great all-in play here. And more Rams are going to come over. I'm not sure if the castle's going to go down. There's a lot of war wagons there. They are falling though. Hopefully more production is coming. Mangadai from the backside are coming too. Repairing the castle now. Honestly, the villagers could just take out the Rams. Most of the war wagons are over at home now. Maybe should have been here. And Somero does call it. And that's 1-0 to Classic Pro. But honestly, I love the idea. I feel like you maybe just needed to wall off so you weren't going to get distracted with any of the Mangadai coming forwards, so you could have all the war wagons here for this one push, and maybe 5 Rams versus 3. I don't know, the timings were funny, right? Really needed to try and get going in that because the Trebs will be coming as well, right? But he was actually prioritising Mangadai. But a fun game. There was something there. I think that was doable. Just wasn't executed in potentially the best way. Classic Pro does take the first game though in the best of 3. Really set himself up well with the early eco from the fish, and you can see, look at the difference in food. And did he even drop a lot of farms? We can check in a sec. Nice transition into Imperial Age for 3 minutes. And oh boy, is he fast. 75. What? What? That's insane. Is that a no farm challenge? It was a no farm challenge. It's a no farm challenge for both players. Lovely. Okay, game number 2. Same players for both players. Classic Pro played in his familiar yellow. Took game number 1. And he's went for Burgundians, which was his 3rd pick in his draft. And Somero on the flip side did go for his 4th pick Civ. But arguably one of the better Civs on Nomad than his Portuguese, and he's playing in the blue once again as well. We have a donut-shaped Nomad in his Nomad Warriors script. Now, is he going for 3 villagers on it as well? Okay, so going for the 3 vills on the TC again. For Classic Pro, just going for the usual 2, and the 3rd villager just going for the dock. So it's funny that players do this. Not everybody does it. Me, I'm always a 2 villager TC guy, and then 1 villager on the dock. Because the important thing is, you now get the food income from the shorefish, which is really nice. It actually makes things a lot easier. And if I'm Somero, I'm docking here, man. Oh, he's here already. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. So we're going to be in a situation where Somero is most likely going to have safe fish in the middle and Classic Pro potentially safe fish on the outside. Because if you want to add docks and try and so look, if Classic Pro wants to add dogs here, there's a likelihood that Somero's already going to have 2, right? And if Somero wants to add the dock on the outside, the likelihood is Classic Pro would probably have 2 there as well. If you're going to do things blind, but a large portion of this is going to be if you see where the player's dock is or not. And for Classic Pro, he's actually not... He's not got a great TC spot. He's not got a great TC spot at all. Does have Golden Stone relatively close. Could have a Giga Chad mining camp in here. 1 tile away, boom. That'd be fantastic. And Castilier could be a real option for Burgundians. They are in most games. And for Somero, he has the main thing that he needs. He's got stone there, he's actually got 2 back golems as well. Donut maps. could end up into a bit of a wall fest. You can pretty much see this middle lake, so you just use the wood lines at the side, so you stone wall, stone wall, stone wall, stone wall. And honestly, if you did that, the res would be pretty fair for both players. And you probably want to be thinking castles in these mid-grounds, these channels, you know, between the water. There's no hills here, so nothing would be too crazy. But here, if you want to go for a pushing point, would be pretty nice. I don't really see any massive hills outside of Somero's or Classicpro space. But yeah, the interesting thing is to see how this early naval situation is going to develop. And if you're able to identify that. Only 6 minutes into the game. How many sheeps or goats do we have? Looks like only 2 for Somero in the meantime. Just having a look around his TC, so that's always what you want to identify. And then always thinking towards the shoreline as well, trying to find the opponent's dock. Classicpro already started doing that on the shoreline. Sees golden stone next to his TC. Sees another boar. Sees another boar. So he's feeling pretty happy about himself, maybe. He's only got 1 more sheep though to keep on scouting, which does make it makes things quite challenging actually. There's like a sweet spot. You want like 3? I think 3 sheeps is like the best number. Any more, then it just gets hard to track them. No. Yeah, Somero. Oh no. Oh god. And when you have unlimbed villagers, you're always very cautious. He's done it again. No, come on, Somero, Titanic. He's done the same thing again. Titanic. And this fucks with your timing so much. And the board is done now.
Oh, kill him! Oh, kill him! Oh!
Send nudes power up less frog power UPR.
Thanks, Vinegar. Appreciate it. Send nudes? I can do that, man. That can be arranged. That can be arranged. You just gotta DM me. Don't be like that. You know you want them. You know you want them. Okay, 5 ships for both. DM me on my OnlyFans, yeah. Bless Somero. It's not ideal. Rough. I think we're starting only beards. Oh my god. Mine's just too weak, man. Mine just gets super itchy as it gets longer. I don't really like it super long. I have like a length that I prefer. It was worth, yeah. I mean, you think you'd learn the lesson with wearing the boar and getting all the way back to there. You would think that you would 100% make sure that you had it going back the second time, but no. Because of the multiple wears, exactly, man. So you've already hit it twice by that point, which does make things a little bit more complicated. Nice uptime from Classicpro. He is on the way up. He's got 20 villagers, and I think that's going to be a fast castle, an aggressive fast castle. Could be. No. I'm chatting shit. He's got 15 on wood. It could be a soft water play though, and then trying to get up to Castle Age. And he doesn't actually know where the dock is at all, and he's probably going to try and see that it's down here. It doesn't really have an idea that there's the water there. It could be very small from all he knows. And Somero's looking on the outside for the dock. Sees it's not on the right here. Does have a villager, and he's going to dock the outside. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, is he going Market Smith? What's the plan here? You could go Market Smith and then Fireship into Castle Age. Doesn't really have the food income. Not yet. And see if this is undiscovered. This could be really good actually. You're gonna I think ideally you're gonna need double dock. No way. No way. Oh. It's like he saw it then left. Market and Smith. Somero's maybe gonna have the resources. This could be a massive debate though. Maybe like Classicpro goes ham on the galley production to find out there's no fishing ships here. Because he still doesn't know. He's not discovered down here and he's not saw any fish yet. He's gonna go looking for them. And he's gonna be very, very confused right now because there's a dock there. Look, he's going looking. Okay, Somero's up. And it must have had all the drop-offs from the Ibex, right? The villager coming forwards. Could be forward siege. Would be pretty neat. Yeah, if he's gonna go for another dock, ooh, and just going into Fireship would be pretty fucking pog. And Classicpro still has no idea about this this middle lake here. And Portuguese fires, fire ships, also have the extra HP, but against feudal age galleys, man, good luck. You get absolutely no chance. So I love this. This is actually a really nice fought out game plan from Somero. He's still got all of this fish totally uninterrupted. Of course, Classicpro's is as well. But his is going to get wiped. It is going to get wiped. I'd like to see some sort of land pressure as well from Somero. Maybe thinking about a range would be fantastic. Imagine a few archers here as well. Ooh. And there's the macro hitting in from Classicpro. Oh boy, oh boy. Still not got the food, but there's a really good time window for Somero here. And War Galley, thankfully for him, research is super fast and there's going to be 4 fire ships popping out with the extra HP. Classicpro flying this year, yeah, he's probably been the most improved, right? In terms of the top 40. And watch these guys just die. It's like really sad actually. Classicpro going for demos, don't mind that. More fires coming out though. Galley is just being escaped in the meantime. Classicpro is just gonna try and go for Castilier. And running with the ships now, but Somero's got another dock up here. Didn't even notice that. Oh, while we're in. Nice. Good play from Somero. And Classicpro even deletes the dock. I feel like you have to just commit to the dock at that point. Maybe he doesn't like it because the dock's already there, but Somero should have complete control of the water. So now we just got to see a transition on land. He's gonna add TCs. I'm not... Ugh. Okay. I'm not... It's fine, it's fine. I hope it's gonna be fine for him, right? This is one thing that can be quite challenging. As if you control water... Ooh, Classicpro saw it! He saw the fish and now he's gonna come onto here. The thing is, Somero sees the dock as well, so he's just gonna have better upgrades. Really interesting start to the game on this naval side. And it's largely down to because one player docked the inside and the other player docked the outside. And that is a... oh my god. Look at that for a TC. Get on stone, man. For Portuguese. Fireship is Indo, and honestly... even monks here could... they could do something. Complete control for Somero on the outside. I'd like to see him not add anything else now. And definitely pivot towards land. Or even just add more ships on the outside, more fishing ships as well. Because he's got control of the water. He's got complete and utter control. Gotta be careful though not to toss these, because the castle just eats ships. Pull them away, pull them away, pull them away. Yep. Bring over the monk. Where's the monk? Yeah, double monastery. Let's go. Did he see the castle? Yeah, he did. He had the castle fire, so he did. So he knows Castelia are coming. And he wants to defend the monks now. Just fair. He's got TCs up. All his villagers should be pretty safe. Okay, free there. Absolutely fine. Castelia are probably going to struggle to find damage right now. And even that blacksmith's going to go down before he knows it. And yeah, adding in more fishing ships. Good call. Let's see if Classicpro tries to go snipe the fish here. What is that villager doing? Could get 2 good conversions. Takes 1. That was a quick one. Okay, that's nice. Alright, Somero has put himself in a very, very good position here. I can't understate that enough. Don't want to lose those fish though. Just pull them back. He has added more on the outside though. 3 TCs versus 1. And Classicpro's having to kind of change everything that he's set up. Lost everything on water. He's went for an FC unique unit, and the unique unit costs a lot of food. And that thing can be very difficult to manage. Can make it very, very challenging. And I guess Castelia against organ guns, they just wreck them because organ guns have like no HP. Even going for atonement already. I don't even know if oh, he does. He does. Okay, he does. Of course, he did put that up. Are you actually gonna? Is he gonna get that monk? Oh my god! It's like he actually knows it's going for the fire. This is gonna be hilarious. Oh, react, react, react. Ooh. Second TC coming up in the north now from Classicpro as well, but 25 economy units behind, and that's of course including the fishing ships. Atonement coming in now as well. Is he gonna delete it? Is he not gonna delete? He does delete. And learning from game number 1, he is dropping farms, and a distinct... Bruv. You're Burgundians. You've only got 2 farms. What is going on? You don't have any fishing ships. Classicpro's macro is a disaster. You can't really afford to lose these Castelia. I think Somero can afford to lose a few more villagers, more so than him. Monks, of course, have very slow units to react. Make it quite challenging. Monk Treb, no organs. Let's see if he gets a conversion. No. But yeah, Somero should be able to get Imperial Age first. And there's a gold in the back here, which you might need to transition over. But he's adding pikes as well. Gonna take these fires. Don't be sloppy with them. Oh my god. Taking so long. And the Castelia are still here. Does get a conversion in that one. Gets the monk in? Yes. Nice job. Good defense from Somero so far. The Classicpro is adding TCs. And he's going to be on to 2-man saw as well. Still no heavy plow though. Heavy plow. And beautiful farms. And how many relics are we going to have? 1. Okay, 2 monks are in there as well. So just sticking the monk defense and adding economy. And all the fish are gone now. So Classicpro's made that investment and not going to get a whole lot from it. Oh my god, silly dogs in the background. Let's close the window. It's probably a good idea, right? And Somero's in great shape here. Does have a lot of wood in the bank though, and I would like to see him spend it. Get on over to the gold as well. Gonna come forwards with his spears, with his monks. Pikeman coming in. I mean, a little pike, monk, and Treb is going to be very, very challenging for Classicpro, but we're still not in Imperial Age yet, so it's a little bit of ways. Maybe thinking, we did talk about this earlier on in the game, and this map, this bit being really important, and the Castelia are going to jump. Good timing from Classicpro. The army is halfway up the field from Somero, and there's a few Castelia there, man. He's got to be careful. These guys can just dive in on villagers. Security here, though, so we'd have to go through the TC and have to go through the TC here. Has to wall in the gold villagers. Good job. It's another TC down here as well. Should be fine. Army's coming forward. It looks like Somero still adding villagers. Does have the gold. Let's see if he does think about getting up to Imperial here. That's going to be good timing in doing it. And he is on stone, so he does want a castle for that forward position to get some monks. Probably likely here. Pikeman coming over there. And should get a nice few hits. And even having to abandon the farms. Fires are getting involved. Even war galleys. War galleys would do a good job here. The war galley here would deny the gold. Deny farm space. Deny some wood. Afternoon, Spud. Welcome, welcome. Down to 7 Castelia, though. Where are the... Oh my god, that is a lot of barracks. You'll be able to see them, well, Classicpro. Pikeman, though. Gotta be careful, gotta be careful, gotta be careful with the pikes. Oh, god. Okay, the pikes have to engage. Pikes have to engage. Pikes have to engage. The monks potentially went too deep there, but the fires are even getting involved. Somero's going to click up. Castle coming forward from Classicpro. Game is starting to develop. Oh my god, pull him back, pull him back. There's lots going on. Castelia also in on the monasteries, being annoying. Somero's trying to go for a wall off here. Oh my god, what a game. Pikeman just being annoying. Classicpro's gonna be on the way up to Imperial Age. Somero's got so much wood, man. Holy fuck. 57 villagers on wood. 3k wood in the bank. Only 10 villagers in gold there. Yikes. And he's selling it. Good man. Just buys a stone. He's going to get a nice position on the hill here as well. Only got a few villagers on the castle though. I guess he's going to be 145. He's got a decent head start over Classicpro. Going into Imperial Age. The stone walls, I think, are actually going to come up. So this whole part is going to be cut off. Watch your monks, watch your monks, watch your monks. Oh god, and he's getting more stone walls up. I like it. Maybe I would have preferred that a little bit earlier. This is exactly what I said at the start of the game. And how you could lock down as part of the map. And against Castelia, it's probably what you want to do. I'm not a massive lover of the castle, because I think long term it doesn't get you much, but it does give you a nice pushing area onto this castle. But we just need more pikemen. And I don't think... There's only these barracks here. Should be able to get halberdier, no problem though. Don't see... I do see University, my bad. I do see University. He's got to be careful. Does have good villager numbers, but Classicpro is in the process of catching up. And oh my god, that's how you spend your wood, guys. That is how you spend your wood. It should be straight on to Halb, I think, as well. I think you just got to react now. Send those guys home. But the Castelia are going to try and dive in on the monks. Did they get any there? Monks are going down. Good value. Classicpro's KD is looking phenomenal. And he's even got raids going in the back here. And Somero's position not looking as hot as it once was. But halbs are out. Chemistry about to come in as well. Should be able to get a couple of bomber cannons. Do we have a treb out? Yes. So we've got a decent head start there. A few volleys ahead. And there comes a Vittoria. Let's go. Why need villagers? You've actually got pop space. Why go villagers when you can make Vittorias? This game could go late. You love to see it. Main issue though, with not a lot of gold income right now, so we need to get back on gold. Yeah, it's just selling. Selling the gold. This is selling the gold. Selling the wood for the gold. Got a wall. Oh no. I hate the mechanic of this unit. I hate this charge up attack. I don't think this is what the game is about. I think it's silly. It's hand cannons out from Somero. Only a few of them. Halb spam is going and the walls are up. So the right hand side, the walls were up. He's actually going to go for a halb raid. They did get the wall up there, so the treb will be going again. Bomber cannons are out, but bomber cannons can just go in and snipe the... Sorry, Castelia can just go in and snipe the bomber cannons so easily. It's just ridiculous. They can do... Any unit can really do that, but we've seen how they made work against the trebs. Somero's got to be careful he doesn't lose that position. Another Vittoria coming down. And that will get him right up in population. Halbs are just being annoying. Wonder if he deletes them. No. Forward siege from Classicpro now. Somero got 2 trebs. Needs to maybe start... Yeah. Gotta repair that. Food count isn't looking fantastic. Could have made a lot of fish traps as well. I still think a couple of war galleys or galleons would have been a good... play. A lot of the game's going to hinge on this. The hand cannons are already out from Classicpro. Of course, Burgundians knowing. For their gunpowder. Don't tell Char that. He didn't know that Burgundians had bomber cannons for somehow. Cannon galleons, yes! Could you imagine? Cannon galleons would be a top play, actually. Even in the middle. Cannon galleons for the castle. Cannon galleons for both of the castles. And the castle goes down for Classicpro. Now, we do have Castelia. We do have a decent number of hand cannons. Are we seeing... just hand cannons from Somero in response. He is on double Vittoria. More siege being added up to the right hand side. Somero's going to have enough for another castle over here as well. The push is coming in though. Now we got monks up against the firing squad. Oh boy. Oh really boy. And if we're not careful, we gotta go and take this. We gotta take the bomber cannon. There's just so much going on. Monk Michael going on as well. We gotta be aware of this. And that castle is gonna go down. There's 3 bomber cannons in a trip. That castle's gonna go. That bit's a little bit sloppy. But Castelia, they can just come in and snipe villagers so easy. So fucking frustrating. And another Vittoria. Why? Hey, you can come in, kill my villagers. I don't need villagers. I need these buildings. You can kill the villagers. Nomad Warriors League, exactly. This is the best sound in the game. But Somero calls it. Somero, no. Damn, I just probably felt overwhelmed. 3 bomber cannons there. Went into hand cannons himself. Was in a fantastic position. But Classicpro showing his class as someone that is at top of the game right now. And that just goes to show how good these players are at the very top versus somebody that's a 2k2. And that's like unthinkable. Like a 2k2 is still like crazy good. Like if you played a game with them, you'd be like, holy fuck, these guys are amazing. I'm surprised we didn't see ARPs in the end. I don't know. I think it's so much wood, you're having to spend the food on the hand cannons, you're going for your own halbs. No ARPs for me was a little bit of a surprise, but gold income was always a struggle for Somero, and losing that castle at the end, there was a little bit sloppy when the castle had went down. Maybe didn't prioritize map control just enough in this matchup. After securing water, right? So once you secure water, get some walls up. And he was definitely committing to boom. And he saw the castle, you know, relatively early, so maybe something you just prioritize a little bit. He played well. He did play well. He gave Classicpro a good game in the end. The KD though, oh boy, that KD is absolutely sick. And I don't know how do other people actually feel about Castilier. Am I the only one that doesn't like him? There's got to be more people that don't like Castilier. Surely.